One day, while watching TV late at night, Rugrats was playing on Nicktoons. Instantly nostalgic, I remember when I was younger. I always loved watching Rugrats. It's one of my favorite shows since as long as I could remember, really. As I watched a few episodes, I began to remember what my mom had told me about how I stopped watching Rugrats for a couple of months when I was about 3 or 4 years old. She said during that time I avoided watching any Rugrats episodes. When she would ask me why I didn't like it anymore, I would mumble something about Chucky, then I wouldn't say anything else about it. She just assumed one of the episodes frightened me somehow and dropped the subject. She was right about an episode scaring me. Quite a few had scared me when I was little, like the one with the dream scene that involved Tommy's leg getting cut open and that stuff coming out. Ugh. What my mom didn't understand was that it was an episode that never aired on TV, or at least not that I know of, and that I still remember quite a bit of the episode. Now, just to warn you, you may not find this episode I am about to describe scary or creepy, but think about how a little 3 or 4 year old feels while watching this. My mother and I went to the video store and rented some VHS tapes. I don't remember how many tapes I got, but I know that I picked out a tape that had a few episodes of Rugrats on it. When we got home, my mum popped in a tape that she rented for my dad and herself in the living room TV and told me to go and watch mine in my older half-brother's room. So I walked into my brother's room and put the tape in the VCR and began watching Rugrats. My brother was not there when I was watching it. The first episode or two must have been normal because I can't really recall what they were about. All I know is that the next episode came on shortly after. The opening was normal, the sound was normal, and the quality was normal. There was honestly nothing different that I can remember. The episode began with Tommy, Chucky, Phil, and Lil talking about the dreams they had the night before, as they rolled the ball with the star on it to each other. Since this was so long ago, I don't remember what Tommy, Phil, or Lil dreamed about. However, I do remember them asking Chucky about his dream. Chucky said something like, "Last night I had a dream that my toys were real, and that they were building a castle out of blocks." The scene faded into a show of the dream. Chucky stood on a plastic chair in Tommy's backyard in front of an already quite large wall of wooden-coloured blocks. On the ground next to the chair was his little training potty that he had had in a few episodes when he was being potty trained. Chucky was being handed more blocks by the teddy bears and toy soldiers. Everyone was smiling and having a great time. Dream Chucky was seen stepping off the chair as he narrated, "Then my leg got stuck in the potty." Chucky accidentally put his foot into the training potty and struggled to pull it off as a few toy soldiers helped him. Then, without any warning, his whole leg popped off. There was no blood or anything, it just popped off, like a doll's leg. I was really getting scared at this point. Chucky mumbled, "Then my leg came off." The camera focused on the living toys as Dream Chucky began to laugh creepily in his normal voice. The toys looked scared. Chucky's shadow that was in front of the toys began to warp. Chucky's laugh became more high-pitched and raspy, like an old woman's voice. Chucky continued to tell the story. "And then I turned into a witch." As he said this, it showed Dream Chucky with a cartoonish warty green witch face. He continued laughing in an old woman's voice. I was so scared at this point I covered my eyes and looked away from the screen. I could still hear the laugh, however. I don't know what happened after that. I might have just left the room, but I can't remember. All I know is that this one episode scared me so much at that age, I could not watch a single Rugrats episode for a while. I know I returned the tape, so other people probably have seen the same episode. So far I've told a few people this story, but they insist that I either dreamt it or that it never existed. I've not seen the episode on TV so far. It was just that tape. I also have not been able to find it online anywhere. It probably doesn't help that I was too young to be able to read the title card. I've tried various different searches, it's just that nothing ever came up. I'm still slightly creeped out about that episode to this day.